Good morning, guys. Gonna get some stuff done today. Alright, guys. Hope you guys are having a good week. Hope everything's going good for you. If you can't do something today because you're hurting or whatever, come on out and join me as I tackle cleaning these windows. This one I'm not gonna do. This will be the last one because you see the bar going across there? When we rescreened that was just to get air in the house for the hurricane. That has to be modified. And of course we didn't have the power at the time, but that has to be modified. My main thing today is get these windows, and I'm gonna do the back ones. Got 3 here, 1 on the bathroom. I'm gonna get these windows clean and rescreen. Rescreening is not gonna be done today. It'll be done throughout the days during the week. A lot of these, they're still good. The ones that are bent or ruined, I think I have 1 here. We still have the metal things to make this. With these screens that I've noticed is that they've been modified. So I have to modify these to fit those clips in there, because these just ain't, you push it in there and that's it. The clip is what holds the back of the window. And that's what I was just trying to explain. With the long one, I have to make the same grooves in that big one. That's why that one's gonna be the last one to get done. What happens normally during a hurricane is you get these tracks all dirty. So I'm just gonna clean all the windows, put a little bit of caulk here later on after I'm done cleaning, because that's my hurricane screw spots to hold the panels. I don't want no water to get in there over time, because it'll eat and rotten the cement. I'm hoping to get these 3 windows done and the small window in the bathroom over here done. So you notice I'm not doing a lot in one day, and it's that one right there. And then the other side I'll get done another time. I want to get this done first. Like I said, this week my main mission, windows, I know I can knock out in one day, possibly 2, 3, 4. If I can do all 4, great. Screens during the week. We're getting there. The roof is clean. The back is getting done. I mean, these Spanish moss is still falling. Watering the trees, you don't have to water as much in the fall and winter, because they don't drink as much like in the summer every day. All our transplants or plant fixing, like the avocado tree, is looking good. The papaya tree, so far it's not dead. Waiting on some leaves. This might not be the time of the leaves. The lemon tree is looking good. So far those are working. All right, let's get right to it. I don't want to bore you with this, and let's get to it. All right, I'm gonna put a cap full of bleach, because that will get the mold. All I have is car wash soap. You can use dish detergent, Dawn, it's fine. Any kind of soap will do. And I'm using vinegar, 2 caps full of vinegar. The reason for the vinegar is because ants and bugs, they don't like vinegar. They'll die. Like when we mop our house, we use Fabuloso, and I'll put a couple of capfuls of vinegar. If you had ants in your house, the next day you will see them dead. So bugs do not like the vinegar. So basically what I'm doing there is, when I get it on the window, if any ants that are trying to get in my house, it's going to prevent them to come in. Doesn't last forever, but it just says, okay, we're not, they're trying to climb up the walls or whatever. I can deter a lot of them. I don't have a bug and ant issue problem. The problem we're having is that the screens are ripped. The lizards are getting in there, the bugs, the wasp. That's our problem. Alrighty, I'm not gonna bore you with too much of the washing of the window, but it's basically, I could use a power washer, or I could use a hose with a pressure thing, which is what I'm gonna do. I'm using this harder brush for the bottom area here. Now, I'm not going to show you me watching every video because, like I said, I don't want to make this boring. But I will show you when I'm done with all the windows completed. I will show you what it all looks like when it's done. The reason you don't want to put a lot of bleach too is because when you have a house that has different colors, you don't want it to fade, because in Florida just the sun alone will fade it. So again, you don't want to fade your windows, your paint. So don't put too much bleach. The bleach is just basically to get some of this mold, if there's any mold on here. If you feel like you need a power washer, that's fine. In my case, if you're hurting, and remember, everything you take out, you have to put back away. So you're trying to do less of that. Well, I had this from washing cars. I don't wash cars no more. I had the soap, so I don't need the car soap no more because I don't wash cars no more. And I got my hose with the pressure. It has a pressure on it. So, and I'm gonna tell you something. If I can get one person out there motivated enough to do something today, it doesn't have to be windows. It could be washing one plate. It could be picking up a piece of paper. It could be getting off your chair, make yourself breakfast. That's what I want to do. Let you guys know, hey, we hurting, but we can do at least one thing. So you get the idea. And if you do need the power washer, well, then you just get the power washer and you do it. It's just all up to you. This isn't just done just like that. I'm gonna hit it a couple times. Doesn't feel so bad. So let me finish up these windows. I'll show you at least one window end result. Okay, I just wanted to show you that. Here in Florida, you see that right there? That's frog eggs. You get that a lot. They're on your house. They're all over the windows. Sometimes they'll be, like I said, all over the wall of the house. Everyone gets that who lives in Florida. My main objective, of course, is if I see any frog eggs on the house or near the window, they're dead already, but in the season, those would be frogs there. All right. So I am going to get that with a scrubby. And got this on full. Looks real good. You can see all the garbage. I haven't washed these windows. It could have been maybe 2007 was the last time. But I figure if I'm replacing the screen, do it. This is a good time to caulk any edges that need to be caulked. If you want to do the house, that's fine. Like if you had that Spanish moss like I do, and you see it right there, like that egg's right there, I will be scrubbing. They're dead, but again, that's what the frogs do. And that's just life in Florida. And you can see how clean. It's not perfect, but it's clean enough. I think I'm wrong on the eggs. I think those are snail eggs, not frog eggs. Yes, we do have a lot of snails, but that's what that is. Regardless, you want to get those eggs off the wall because they're eggs. But I think those are snail eggs. All right, I think I'm gonna be able to do all the windows today, which is great. This was what I was showing you about why I got to fill those holes up. You see the cracks? You see that rising? That's water getting the crack, and that's the concrete deteriorating. I definitely have to seal this up. Normally when you paint the house, you seal these up and then you paint over it, and this side, the sun side of a house will fade quicker than the back of the house because it doesn't get that much sun. I want to say this is about a good 4-year-old paint, but she's still holding up. But I am going to do these 2 windows. I basically got it. It's not bad. And see here, they have a wasp nest. And I think power washing over the years deteriorates that. And then the sun as well, because again, this is the front of the house that sees the most of the sun. So 2 more windows to go. And I'm good. Okay, after everything's dry, final step. I have this in the house when I used to have show cars. This is a ceramic. It repels ice, water, and everything. I'm gonna try it on here, trying to keep my costs covered to nothing, since I don't use this no more. Spray it on there. If you want to use regular Windex, that's fine. That's up to you. And I'll be done for the day. Window ledges, everything is all clear. Again, this is for another day, another time. I'll be concentrating on this. We already did a video on how to do these. I think there's like 1 or 2 bad, which is good as far as frame goes. Everything else just needs to be rescreened and put back on. Now, let's go make some dinner. If someone has told you home ownership is easy, it's not. It's about maintenance, just like your car. You got to take care of your house, keep up with it, because that's the only way it's going to last. For you younger guys, just remember, when you buy a house, take care of it. Don't just let it go to heck. That's why our parents had us do chores. We might not have liked them, cutting grass. Wish a lot of things I would have learned where my father was teaching me, but like I said, I became an automotive. So after that, once the screens are up, then we'll worry about the inside of the windows. Until then, let's have a macaroni salad with steak. All right, guys, you can start this early in the morning if you want to. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's going to sit in the refrigerator and cool off. Tastes better colder. I put some oil, and I'm going to let this simmer. I like the color ones when I make the pasta salad. Let me know which one you guys like. If you like the color ones or the white ones. But let's get that simmering and cooking. You can add whatever you want. I'm going to try this for the first time. Tomato, olives, Italian dressing, and a cucumber. Now, I'm not making this video to show you guys how to do it. I'm sure you guys have your own version. Leave your version on the bottom. I'm just showing you this is to motivate you to try something new, to cook something, to share your recipes. So that's what I'm basically doing. Just getting these things to simmer. Another trick is, if you want, you can leave the wood up there, and for some odd reason that won't go over. That's a science trick. But I am going to lower that a little because I don't want it to boil too much. I really want it to simmer till it's soft. But guys, what are you making today? All right, I got the cucumbers, the tomatoes ready. I'm going to pour that after the pasta is ready. All right, just make sure when you pour noodles or any kind of noodles, you can either put ice in there or run cold water on them. And what that does is it keeps the noodles from getting soft and expanding. Because as long as they're still hot, the heat, they will expand and get real soft on you. So run some water or put some ice in them to get them cooled down. And then from here, we'll mix it up. And then we'll go into the refrigerator. Alrighty. There they go, nice and cool. Alrighty, I added my olives, cucumbers, tomatoes. Sometimes when you do this, I always get this wrong a lot. I put too much in there. I eat with my eyes. And sometimes you can put too much in there. And it's just not, you know, it's more of the other stuff instead of the pasta. In this meal here, it's the pasta we're supposed to enjoy and the other stuff lightly. All right, I'm putting the wishbone Italian dressing, which if you grew up back in the days, and I don't know how much to put, I'll just put to what I think. Again, you don't want to put too much too. But the reason I like the wishbone is because it's the closest to growing up in Jersey, when you used to go to Bananas, Bon, Jesus. Anyway, when you used to go to Bonanzas and places like that, that was the closest dressing that they had used for Italian dressing. So if you're used to that flavor, I guess like a vinegary kind of wishbone. What guys do you use? And I'm sure you can make this with ranch dressing or whatever. You know, we just like to use the wishbone. There it is, looking good for the refrigerator. All right, there it goes, right into the refrigerator. Got leftover hot dogs we can eat. The cold bean dip. Got some leftovers that can go with it. And then the real meal is going to be the 2 ribeye with this. This is the real meal. The pasta salad and the ribeye. This is something we can snack on before dinner, for lunch. This is later on at night. This is that cold bean dip. We had some leftover. So, I mean, we're coming along. It's getting there. All right, so let that get cold. And then we'll wait a little bit before we start the steak this afternoon. One thing I did forget was to put ham in it. We were going to have ham. So let me dice this up. Normally, if you have a meat already, like we got the steak, you wouldn't have to put this ham in there. Because like I said, you have your meat already, which is the steak. That's why a lot of people, if they use a starch, they won't put a potato and something else, doesn't mix. But we had wanted to make it with the ham. I remember that much. So this will be okay. Because even if this is left over when we're done eating the meat, the good thing about it is that we have something with meat in it. So now, let's get this sucker in the refrigerator. Trying to get a picture. Hopefully this will motivate someone. Do your dishes when you're done. You have a nice sink, so when everything is done, it's less dishes. You guys do your dishes after you cook immediately, or do you wait when you're done with dinner and you just get it all cleaned up at once? I mean, we do have a small dish thing, so it's not like it can hold a lot, which is fine because it's only 2 of us. I did upgrade to this bigger sink because I had a small one that was only this big from here to here. So we did upgrade that, but let me know. That's all you need. Okay, this time I did not use red wine vinegar because what I was finding out was like it was leaving that top portion of the steak mushy, where this here, it literally looks like it went inside. So, okay, mine should be to the left. It doesn't matter who's. I just gotta make sure hers is medium well. But that chicken seasoning, boy, we put on everything. All right, let's hope I can do it medium rare or well, whatever rare. The ganzula. Hold that real quick.
That's good.
And I put the ham in it. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even put ham in it.
So they're pushing to get us on the floor by next week.
There's nothing in that one?
Yeah, a little bit. And Miss Wendy is frustrated.
How's the pasta salad?
I'll take a bite and tell you.
Definitely have enough for 2 days.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Good?
Very good. You did a good job.
Oh, shucks. And it tastes better when it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
So next week you're going to be on the floor?
They're trying real hard to push us. Miss Wendy is getting very aggravated. Now we have to take our nationals test. We go over the test after lunch and then we take it. And none of us have a clue what the hell this test is. So, and one of the other girls had a friend who was working on campaign wave 23.3. They were already in it for a week, and after the third day, she's like, I've had enough. When the lead, her team lead came back and said, you went through training, that's when the girl, she's like, I'm done, and hung up with the customer on the line.
Need some more?
No, I think that'll be all right. I was like, oh, everyone's like, oh, you new ones. And I'm like, this ain't the first company I've worked like that. It's sink or swim.
Yeah, it might be different for different people. Maybe that was their first time experiencing something.
And it's frustrating. Again, these companies that sit there, recruit you, tell you you're going to have 4 to 6 weeks worth of training, and they want to push it back to 3.5 weeks. And then when you get out there, and then they want to complain about your performance. Well, you got nobody to blame but your damn self.
Mm-hmm.
You don't give the right, proper training. Yep. Because the one girl said she wasn't losing her license over this shit. I can't blame her. We worked too hard to get them licensed. It ain't easy.
Well, I was able to screen the bathroom small screen, then another screen broke, so I got to make that one.
Okay.
One of the screens, the rubber, it's so brittle and it feels like the frame might crack because they're real cheap. So I'm probably going to have to make 3. Then hopefully the big ones are good. If not, we just have to go buy more.
Well, if we gotta buy more, we'll have to buy more. But if they're brittle, they're not gonna go back in without breaking.
Yeah, I mean, they're real brittle. Corners have like a little tiny piece of wood in it. But yeah.
At this point in the ball game, I don't care if it takes me 6 hours to get one person done.
And I put the cheese in here like you put in the salad.
I seen that. Yeah, that's good. See, you're learning.
It's all about what you got.
You work with what you got.
And it makes it a meal. Hopefully everyone that's been this long through the video is eating something.
And having a good day and feeling good. And BB's been kind of under the weather a couple days.
Allergies.
kicking my butt.
I mean, I like how the steak tastes without the vinegar and wine all the time.
Mm-hmm. Just as good, just as tender.
I know, but I'm just saying. Keep it in your mouth.
I'm trying.